There's a story I want you to remember. Not because it's ancient. Not because it's about warriors, but because it's about you. Long ago, in a time where discipline meant survival, there lived a young man who wanted greatness more than anything. He spoke about it constantly. He imagined it vividly. He saw himself standing victorious, respected, powerful, unstoppable. In his mind, he was already there. But in reality, he wasn't close. Every day, he told himself he would begin. Every day, he delayed. Some days it was the weather. Some days, it was his energy. Other days, it was the belief that he needed more preparation, more planning, more time. And slowly, he built a habit. A habit of postponing potential. Years passed. His dreams became bigger, but his actions stayed small. And then came the moment that hit him harder than any opponent ever could. The realization that he had been living an illusion. Because dreaming about greatness is easy. Talking about success is easy. Imagining your future self is easy. But becoming that person, that requires something most people avoid. Action. Relentless. Uncomfortable. Consistent action. See? Here's the truth. Nobody tells you. The more you talk about your goals without acting, the more your brain believes you've made progress. You feel good, but you're not moving at all. You're stuck. And that's the trap. Because comfort doesn't come from success. It comes from the illusion of success. You convince yourself you're on the way. In reality, you haven't even started walking. Let that sink in! You're not tired because you're working hard. You're tired because you're thinking too much. And thinking without action becomes a prison. Look around. There are people right now with less talent, less knowledge, and less opportunity than you, but they are ahead of you. Why? Because they started. They didn't wait to feel ready. They didn't wait for confidence. They didn't wait for perfection. Even when it was uncomfortable. Even when it was messy. Even when it didn't feel right. Because they understood something powerful. Action creates clarity. Action builds confidence. Action generates momentum. Not the other way around. You don't wake up one day feeling ready to change your life. You create that feeling by doing the work. By showing up when it's inconvenient. By pushing forward when your mind tells you to stop. By choosing progress over comfort. Again and again and again. Listen carefully. You don't need a perfect. You don't need everything figured out. You don't need to feel motivated. What you need is to start. Start small if you have to. Start slow if you must. But start. Because small actions, repeated daily, will outperform big plans that never get executed. You don't build strength in a single moment of inspiration. You build it through repetition, through consistency, through showing up on the days you don't feel like it. That's where transformation happens. Not in the spotlight, not in the big wins, but in the quiet moments when nobody is watching. When you choose discipline over distraction, when you choose effort over excuses, when you choose to act, even when it's hard. That's the difference. And here's where people get it wrong. They think success is about intensity, going all in, burning out in a short burst. But real success, it's about sustainability. It's about showing up tomorrow and the day after. It's about becoming the kind of person who does the work regardless of how they feel, because feelings are temporary. Motivation fades. But discipline! Discipline stays. Discipline carries you when motivation disappears. Discipline keeps you moving when you want to stop. And that's the real edge. That's what separates those who dream from those who become. So ask yourself right now, are you living in your imagination or are you building your reality? Are you planning your life or are you actually living it? Because time doesn't wait. Every day you delay, every excuse you make, every moment you choose comfort over growth. That's time you don't get back. And one day you will either look back with pride or with regret. Pride because you took action, because you didn't wait. Or regret because you had the vision but not the courage to act. The choice is yours. Right now, not tomorrow, not next week. Take one step, just one, and then another. Because greatness isn't built in one moment. It's built in thousands of small decisions. This is your wake-up call. Stop waiting. Stop living in your head. Start becoming who you were meant to be. This is the Daily Boost. Go take action.